Jo Leute, willkommen zu einer neuen Episode Call Kapitel 7, die namenlose Buchhandlung. Der Schärfer erwies sich als viel mehr als nur vom Sarah Hawkins gemaltes Kunstwerk. Eine riesige Kreatur entstieg dem Gemälde, um Pierce anzugreifen. Nach einem erbitterten Kampf schaffte es der Detektiv, das Monster wieder in das Gemälde zu verbannen. Später entdeckte er, dass der von ihm im Kampf benutzte Dolch von Algernon Drake, dem Besitzer der namenlosen Buchhandlung, an Sanders verkauft wurde. Pierce beschließt, den Laden einen Besuch abzustatten. Oh, hier kriegt man viel Medizinkunde, wenn ich es richtig weiß. Ja, darum kümmern wir später. Ach Gott, nein, da gab's ja dieses Rätsel.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Moment mal, wir haben... Wie viel jetzt? Wieder 4 bekommen. Wir können bald Redegewandtheit wieder leveln. Okkultismus sind wir immer noch Noobs. Hallo. Sehr schön, sehr schön, sehr schön, sehr schön, sehr schön. Dankeschön. That makes life a lot easier. Ich meine, die Atmosphäre ist zwar übelst geil, wenn es so dunkel ist, aber ich will meinen Shit finden diesmal. Nicht so lange gucken.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Das Buch lesen. Nicht lesen.
No.
Ich bin diesmal ein Mann der Wissenschaft, nicht ein Mann des Glaubens. So, gibt es noch hier irgendwo was ich übersehen habe? Nein, wirkt nicht so.
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they blood? Seems like amateur work.
It was.
To whom does this footprint belong?
Gut, ich kann nur in dem Hauptraum bleiben. Das macht es mir schon mal leicht auf jeden Fall.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Hier hinten sollte auch nicht sein, wenn hier alles so arschdunkel ist. Dann muss es oben sein. So, hier.
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Ja.
What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Sonst dürfte hier nichts sein. Er hat mir schon 2-3 Mal angeboten, die Rekonstruktion abzubrechen oder zu vervollständigen, aber da habe ich doch noch was gefunden.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Die müssen wir nachher dann suchen und finden. Das ist sehr interessant. Mehr Medizinkunde, ja.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Alter. Weihnachtsverein. Jeder Wald ist nummeriert, auch wenn ein berühmter Autor sagte, die Ordnung ist die Lust, Vernunft, aber die Unordnung ist die Wonne der Fantasie. Okay. Gib mir die Oschis. Wunderschön. So. Irgendwas ist hier noch, was ich schon wieder übersehe. Nur wo übersehe ich es? Da.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Der Jagd. Ach du
Arkham
Scheiße.
editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
So. Ich werde das
Cylinders that
nicht
Drake tried to hide.
durchmachen.
I should perhaps listen to them.
Das Buch lesen. Achso, ja, das war das. Nein. Nicht lesen. No. Genau. Hier war noch was. Ich würde einfach diesmal googeln, weil die Antwort hatten wir eh schon beim letzten Mal. Wie ich drauf gekommen bin. Ich kann mich null dran erinnern, wie das ging. Drake, Walze 1. Bitteschön.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So, das heißt
The Queen has little protection.
1, 2, 3 für die Nummer
The
2.
chalice of
1,
knowledge.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ja, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 3, 9. Wartet's. Schön. Fünf, 3, 9. Ah, hat sich recht. Ich finde diesen Shift im Artstyle so interessant, wie bei Hearthstone, die Cinematics, wer das kennt. Kapitel 8, Riverside Institute. In der namenlosen Buchhandlung verfolgte Pierce die Spur eines versuchten Einbruchs. Er entdeckte, dass Charles Hawkins hinter dem Einbruch steckte. Pierce öffnete den Tresor des Buchhändlers und fand, was dieser und Sarah Hawkins darin aufbewahrt hatten. Ein in Menschenhaut gebundenes Buch lag im Tresor und zog den Detective unwiderstehlich an. Als er es öffnete, wurde sein Geist in einen anderen Körper projiziert. Und der Ladescreen dauert arschlange. Also wir sehen uns. Bis gleich. Jo Leute, da sind wir wieder.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Ja gut.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Dann machen wir das wieder von vorne. Ich kann mich an rein gar nichts erinnern.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and
Der kennt sich
eardrums.
aus, ne?
Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So. Ich kann nicht drauf zugreifen. Das heißt, ich weiß nicht, wie viel Wissen ich wieder habe. Cool.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms
Papa la
are
pap.
beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Da war ein Rechtschreibfehler, glaube ich. Also in der deutschen und wie auch immer.
I've seen suction cups on his
Da war wieder
fingers,
die
his
WhatsApp-Nachricht.
falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Ja gut, das lief
Is
doch
that
mal
a
sehr
threat?
gut, oder nicht?
What did he mean?
Ja,
It
genau
was a
das.
warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Ich habe gesagt, Pierce spiele ich anders. Nicht, dass ich sie anders spiele, aber ich mag sie.
Don't you get involved in this. You've done enough already.
But doctor, this man is dying.
There's nothing we can do about it. He's in the hands of Dr. Fuller. Do you wish to end up like Elizabeth, with a diploma from Nightingale and the chores of a cleaning lady?
No, you're right.
Let me do my own investigation. It's time I found those missing files.
War ich doch sehr,
And
sehr
where would you
freundlich, oder?
find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
Maybe.
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Wurde ich
Of
beim
course,
letzten Mal
Doctor.
erwischt? Ich
You
weiß
can count on
gar
me.
nicht.
I'll keep Mum.
Boah, ich kann mich an gar nichts erinnern. Medizinkunde.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Limo. Warte, hier habe ich was gesehen. Oder auch nicht. So, ich kann mich wie immer an rein gar nichts erinnern. Darum spiele ich nicht Spiele mehrfach.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Wundert mich nicht. Ich habe auch Schlafprobleme.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
1924, dachte wir sind 1912. Wie viele Jahre bin ich schon auf dieser
The
Insel?
answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Und dann kann ich hier
Everybody
raus.
says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
What a pest.
So unfair.
She has a nice voice though.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
So,
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
bleiben Sie tapfer.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
So. Was müssen wir jetzt hier tun? Ich kann mich natürlich wie immer an rein gar nichts erinnern. Und weiß auch nicht, wo ich wie wann reinkomme. Aber es sieht so aus, als ob ich in sein Büro gerade reinkommen könnte. Oder auch nicht. Gibt es hier sonst irgendwas, was ich untersuchen könnte? Das ist die Hexe, nenne ich es jetzt mal. Jetzt wieder dieser geile Raum. Warum kann ich dieses Buch untersuchen? Ich bin gar nicht Pierce, ich krieg gar nichts davon erst. Okay, die Tür geht eh auch auf. Das heißt, das ist unwichtig und unbedeutend. Gut. Ich muss mich wieder langsam rantasten.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking.
The doses prescribed by Fuller
She's
are
alone
far
with
too
that
high.
again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty
We've been
girl.
waiting to be restocked for weeks.
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Die sind voll mean. Aber ich kann mit beiden
Dr.
reden.
Colden?
Da nicht. Wieder ein Medizinbuch. Habe ich eine Taschenlampe? Nein. Ah ja, meine Patienten.
This place
Ja,
draws
da
you
war
in
schon.
and
Stimmt,
never
stimmt.
lets
Ich
you
bin schon
go.
raus.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Watch out for the water, Doktor. Und auf Deutsch sagt er,
We're running out of
passen
this
Sie
medicine.
auf,
I know,
es ist
Doctor.
feucht.
We sent the purchase order though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Toll, das heißt, ich bin so weit oben, dass alle Hoffen an mich haben, aber so weit unten, dass ich ihnen echt nichts tun kann. So, die Kitchen. Da war was? Nein, das war nichts. Vergiss das. Bla 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 bla.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Ja. Ja, willkommen bei.
Doctor, please. My chest.
Der schaut halt aus wie ich, finde ich.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work.
Da fällt mir
He's
fast was
undergoing a
mit.
ventricular fibrillation.
Schusch.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Das ist, wenn er stirbt, das ist ihre Schuld. Macht sie das jetzt wirklich? Wie schaut die Animation aus? Sie schaut mich auf jeden Fall an. Und tut nur so, als ob. Gut.
Dr. Colden?
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, a whaling station. What's wrong with me?
Fischer.
What are you talking about?
Doctor, is that you?
Kann man nicht
Yes,
sehen.
it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
No.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Das heißt, es waren die Schmuggler. Aber ich kann nicht mehr ansprechen. Jawohl. Ich weiß, was ich beim nächsten Mal anklicke, wenn ich bis
Why
dahin
did
noch lebe.
nobody tell me about her admission? Mrs. Sanders?
Das ist die Frau. Ich erinnere mich. Ja, ich glaube, beim letzten Mal habe ich das auch gesagt, aber ich weiß es nicht mehr.
She
Lebt
recently
du?
came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here?
Nachdem
The
ich
key
das
to the
nicht nehmen
boiler
kann.
room. Not where I expected to find it.
Warum kann ich ihn nicht einfach nehmen, wenn sie ihn dahin stellt? Bei all den Patienten.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Giftung.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Klingt fast wie Corona.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
Ja, muss ich jetzt nicht warten? Ich finde es so interessant, sie hat so einen Ring oder sowas, keine Ahnung.
His binds left bloody wounds.
Ja,
He
schaut
bit
tot
his
aus.
lips so much, they're still bleeding.
Ja,
White
schaut halb
froth.
tot aus.
Evidently because of such drooling.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Einfach aus dem Fenster.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Bitch. Ich glaube, sie wird uns nicht mehr helfen. Ha. Nein, ich bin stärker. Fuck. Ich bin Spieler, ich sollte immer stärker sein. Sonst ist hier eigentlich nichts passend. Doktor?
Dr. Colden?
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding.
Ja,
She
hab ich.
came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Beheult schon wieder. Heulsuse. Immer diese Jugend von heute, immer nur am Heulen. Aha, wer ist das da?
It's a quiet little town. Days
ist
go
schon wieder
by,
süß.
steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Der klingt wie Bradley.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Weiß nicht, wer deine Fiancée ist, aber ja.
Dr. Colden.
Zum Verstecken ist wieder
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Surgical ward.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
In theory.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Hat mich ein bisschen
Thank you for your
gekillt.
help, Doctor.
Thank you.
So viel gleich.
I'll
Wow.
be going.
So viel gleich. Was ist da?
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Das hat mich fast erschreckt.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Da ist jemand drin. Sailor? Ich.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Ja, was das angeht, Boiler Room, komm.
I don't
Auch
have
so?
any
Yep.
business in the boiler room.
Perfekt. Ja, jetzt müsste ich quasi alles einmal erforscht haben und durchgegangen sein. Das heißt, wir können jetzt anfangen, Dinge zu tun. Ich kann mich an nichts erinnern. Ich weiß nicht, was ich tun kann. Na gut, Leute, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.